Life Plans, and today I will be going over all of my Erin Condren planners that I have used throughout the years. So I'm going to share a little bit about my history with Erin Condren, all the planners that I've used, what worked, what didn't work, what I liked, previous planning styles, and it's changed completely. Just a little bit more. So I have these 4 boxes here, and so I use these boxes from Erin Condren when you place orders to store them because it's the perfect spot, and I've just separated them by year. I'm gonna get started, and I'm gonna start with my first ever Life Planner. Okay, and so we are gonna start at the beginning, and so in this box I have my first ever Life Planner, and it was the mid-century circle design, and this is probably one of my all-time favorite covers. I loved the cheetah print, but this one I think is just like a classic. In this box I also have my painted petals. So after mid-century circle was painted petals, and that is my absolute favorite design ever from Erin Condren. This was like the prettiest, in my opinion, the prettiest design. But I also am keeping like the rulers and the plan board pouches that came with the Life Planners in here, just like as a mini time capsule. But we will get into that in a second. We're just gonna start with my first ever Life Planner. And I can't emphasize this enough that my planning style has definitely changed. So let's flip through. So I have the plan board pouch in here, and then the ruler, and this is like the original ruler. So this is what everyone is talking about in review videos when they said that these like would break off. Like you can see this one's barely hanging on, but some of them already broke off, and that's why we're so happy that they came out with the ones that they currently have, because you don't have to worry about these breaking. What I did, I think you can see it on this one. So what I did after this was I just took these off and put them on a coil clip connector, because this is the same material as the new bookmark, so these didn't break, and these were easy to take out and put in and take out. But let's go through my first Life Planner, guys. So this was a mixture of Erin Condren stickers and Happy Planner stickers, and I was just trying to find a way to really decorate and figure out how I wanted to use this, but I put everything in here. So let's jump in. So we have January, and so we have all these Erin Condren stickers, and I don't know what these days were. I think, oh, these were the days I had school, so I marked that in here. Definitely interesting. And then we have my first full week. So I started this when school started. So this is how I blocked out time, was with the stickers, and I did it vertically, which I think I want to try and do again. Maybe not like this, but I remember I did like having this in here so I could see my time blocked. And now that we're going back to the half hours, I think that's going to be something that's interesting to try. But I had my budget on the notes pages and how I like managed all of my bills. And then yeah, this was definitely for school. And then we have blocked out my time here. And this is, you won't ever see this again, I promise. I was just trying new things, and I think in your first like few planners, you definitely try and find your style. Ooh, that was, yeah. I didn't even like this at the time, I remember that. I think I just tried to get more decorative, and it looks like I was trying to focus on fitness too. This is around the time that I had just my planner page. So my Instagram was just a planner page. It was just an Instagram. And I remember this spread because this is the one that I got like the most likes on. I think it was like 100 and something likes. And after this is when people really started to follow my page, and I can see why this is the best page in all of the planner. But I know I shared like how like I use this for school, how I use the budgeting like in the back, and how you could really just use one planner for everything, which you still can, but I know I like having everything separated now because of things like this. Like this is way too much going on. Oh my god. Oh, this is my 1 year with my boyfriend. I know after June, so in here, I did pre-set up stickers, like I still kind of do. And I think I started using this, but then I went, yeah, because this one was a lot more decorative. I went into the painted petals because that's when the painted petals launched, and I can't find that planner anywhere. So I don't know where my planner in between this one and the next one that I have went. I think I uncoiled it and I might have lost the pages. I'm not sure, or I'm notorious for damaging at least one LifePlanner a year, so maybe that's the one that got damaged, but that was like 3 years ago, so I really don't remember. But this was my first ever LifePlanner. Yeah, looking back at this is very interesting, and I'm so glad my planning style changed because, yeah. Let's see what's in the back of these note pages before I move on to the next one. So it looks like I have my degree plan in here, and I was about to graduate. This is 20, yeah, so I was gonna graduate in December, or I did graduate in December, and so I have that in here, and then I also had all of my stuff that I need to do to apply for grad school in here too. And that's the main reason why I fell in love with Erin Condren, is because I had a spot for everything. Being a part of even being a part of the planner community, I think is a full part of like Erin Condren products, because that really motivated and inspired me to like go after my goals, because I wasn't even sure if I was going to get my bachelor's with everything going on. But once I like took the time to really set up my plans, make real goals, make real plans, and go after them, I got my bachelor's, and then I got into grad school, and as y'all know, I got my MBA 2 years later, last year. And so planning really helped me do that, because I'm just like the quote say, like I put my plans to paper and I went for it. And so this definitely really helped, and I really love the products for that, because these are just the tools that I needed to really get everything going and go after my goals. And that's another reason why I want to keep these and have these in here, because this is kind of just a reminder of that. Like, this is everything that I did to like map out and plan and get to where I am now. And so that was my first planner. And so after that we have the painted petals, and so that's the last thing in this box. And that would be 2017 and 2018. So this one goes straight to May 2018, which is why there's like an entire year missing. So there's definitely a different planner missing. I think I'm just missing another painted petals planner. Oh, and this is my horizontal. Yeah, so I'm missing my hourly painted petals planner, and I have no idea where that's at, because my horizontal was always my secondary planner. This is when I started to use 2 pages, so I don't know where that went. So I'm missing a year. Hopefully it eventually pops up. Hopefully it's not missing, but I'm just gonna go into this one. So this one is May 18. And so this was my horizontal, and this is when I wanted to try out the horizontal. I think like at the time I didn't feel like anyone really used it, and so I wanted to give it a try, and I loved it as like a secondary planner. And I think this is the one that I kept in the house. And so this page I used for different movies, and I had these little Jalen Paper Co stickers that I still use, and then I had these pages. And so I think I was just putting like milestones and different things to do in here. But this is the year that my blog launched. Oh, I'm glad that I still have this one, because that's really nice to have in here. So yeah, my blog launched April 2018. Oh, let's see, we have, this is when I for sure learned what I liked when it comes to planning, but I was still getting to like the current style of planning that I have now. But I really like the functional minimalistic look, which, I really like this spread. And here was my first horizontal. And this is when I had Agenda 52 books and used them. And it also looks like I took a lot of stuff out. Oh, I love this one. I just love decorating, and this wasn't my main planner, and so some days I just marked this off if I didn't use it. But this is when we went to my boyfriend's best friend's wedding. Oh, I love this spread. I remember this one. And this is when, so I had my first 2,000 followers. Like I said, I have like my Instagram in like 2017, and so I had the same page. I turned it into a blog, I had 2,000 followers by May 18, and I'm just, oh, we adopted Mira our 2nd anniversary. Oh, I love these. I really like this book. This was probably one of my favorite books in horizontal when I was using my horizontal. I love the style and putting these together because this was definitely more creative. I think I initially tried to use the horizontal by itself, and this is when I realized that I love this page. This is when I realized that I really needed the hourly for certain things, but I love this. And this is when I met John Wesley Shipp Jr., who's the original Flash at Comic-Con. And this is when I set up this week, and then this is when I moved into the hourly. And so I just had spare things like in here from when I was updating the page. This is not how the page was supposed to look. Did I finish using this, or is this when I moved into the hourly? I don't think I finished using this. So I pre-set up some weeks that were really cute. But yeah, I think this is when I started to really use the hourly, and I needed more of times blocked out. I still like these designs. Yeah, I just pre-set up everything in here. Yeah, and that was it. So that's when I was really using my hourly, which I think I have a couple of pages for. And this is why I was saying that I think they were unfoiled and recoiled. So I found these pages, and these, there's only a few months. So we have May 2018. But we have some of my hourly pages. So let's see my hourly pages for this year. Looks like they're the wrong ones I got saved. I think if I used my horizontal, I didn't use my hourly and vice versa. And so I just alternated which one, so I wouldn't be in 2 spots. But look at this page. I really like this one. Oh, and I really like this one too. I remember, I think this is one thing that I'm gonna do when we get back into the half hours, is use the 6 o'clock block as like a little, like, daily, what's going on in the day, important information thing. But I remember I love this. I really like these spreads too. This is when I was trying new things out with the hourly. It's when the puppy got spayed. Yeah, and it looks like, oh, we have some of the pages from the back of the planner. So these were goals and milestones. And then we have some more goals. And then I always use the back pages as what to put in my next planner. So this is what's back here. Oh, yeah. This was a segment of my hourly. I'm just gonna put this in here. If I ever do find the remainder of it, I will definitely share it probably on Instagram. But this was also the year that I tried out the Deluxe Monthly Planner. And so I use this as a budget planner, or I tried to. And so this is where I learned that I can't create a different color for everything, or else I'll lose my mind. But I did do that in here. And so this was my key. And it didn't work. This is also where I cut up my budget books, or the budget book, and I started putting them in here because I liked the way that looked. But yeah, we have my original budget planners, and I know I like switched this up a lot. But I loved having like this spread in here, and then I really miss this page. I really hope they put this back in the new Deluxe Monthly, like something like this. I love how it was segmented. And then how they had the productivity page in here. But this is my first budget planner. I want to have myself receipts in here. Oh, we got that colorful spread again. Oh. I was just always switching up what I put in here because I could never find what I really liked. And I think that's one reason why I continue to try to use the Deluxe Monthly for budgeting, but it just was not working. And then yeah, you can see I think I stopped in here. I might have moved to the next one. Yeah, this was my first Deluxe Monthly, and I didn't have a system in place in where I liked, and that's why I know I stopped using it, because it just wasn't working. And so when it becomes more of a hassle to set it up and it's not beneficial, I'm not going to use it. And so yeah, but that was my first few planners, missing one, from Erin Condren. And so I'm gonna put this one back in the box. And then we are gonna move on into, let's do the academic planners. So I've switched up my academic planner style for a while. So as y'all saw in my first planner, I did keep assignments and stuff in one, but that shortly changed. And so these are all the ones I think I could find. And so this was the original academic planner from Erin Condren, and I love this. I thought it was so pretty. I love this Turn Your Dreams into Plans cover. I kind of want to switch this up and take this with me, because I still love this cover. Yeah, I might take this off and put it in my interchangeable cover box. But this was the 6-month academic planner, and it was soft bound, and it was like this up until I think last year or the year before. And it was undated, so you can use it whenever. And I tried color coding in here. This is the design, so you have the class assignment and due date, and it was definitely more specific towards school. The new ones, they kind of make it so that you can use it for anything if you'd like, and I don't think they have like to do, they don't have but they don't have anything on here, so you can use it for work and different things like that. But I had everything color coded in here. And projects and exams were under each month, so you can keep track of where they are by month. Now they just have it in the front, which I actually prefer, because some projects are all semester long, some projects are over multiple months, and for exams it was nicer to have them all in the front as well, so you can kind of see what's going on, just in case you want to prepare like the month ahead or something. But I'm really happy they did that change in there. But yeah, they had, what year was this? 2018. So this was grad school, and so, I could have told by the class. I used this in grad school, and I really liked it, and I liked having this in here. I remember using this. And I remember just loving the style. I did wish it was coiled. I didn't like the soft bound, so I'm really glad they also switched to coiled. But I always had like everything that was due in my monthly views. And I think because I wished it was coiled is why I switched and I did a vertical. So this is a vertical, and this is all painted petals as well. And so let me move this one out of the way. And so I wanted to try something different, and so I used the vertical, and I knew I was probably not gonna like not having lines, and I still don't, but it did work for what I needed to. I just didn't like having the lines. But I had all the important information over here. I still had all of my like important assignments, and then I also used I think I color coded stickers too on different classes, I believe. No. So I just had group project, so I had all of like different like important items, and then I had the class written down. School didn't start here. And so in grad school, 3 courses was full-time at my school, and so what I would do is on Monday, all of these I believe were also all online. Yeah, these were all online, and so everything would load on Mondays and everything would be due on Sundays. So this was the perfect week. And so everything that loaded I put on in here, and then I would just put like due dates or things that I needed to do throughout the week on like the subsequent days. And I really love this. I did want to highlight project. I did like having projects and exams, and then I also use this to highlight my current grades at the beginning of the month so I can track where I was at grade-wise. But yeah, I loved using this. This was definitely one of my favorite. This is probably my favorite standalone academic planner. The vertical worked really well because I could just break down the days. The only thing was that I didn't like not having lines. It bothered me. But you have all these in here. I decorated it as well. Just 3 stickers on there, it looks like. But this worked really well for me. I really liked having this. But yeah, this was how I used the vertical as my academic planner. So I went from this one to this one, and then we have, let's see, this was 2019. Okay, so I uncoiled my academic planner and I put it in the binder because I had 6 months of my life planner and 6 months of my academic planner, so I had everything in the binder. And so in 2019, as y'all know, that's when the new binder launched, but I love this. And this was the new academic planner. So I just have all the projects and exams. And so I think I organized these by month, but I switched it up in the next one. But we have, I think these were these undated? Oh, I guess the first one was undated. But this is where you can see I started going to classes, so I kept it more functional, less stickers all over the place. This one also included note pages in the back, so I just printed out my syllabus and had everything on here because I always refer to the syllabus. And I kept those on the pages. This was for 2019, and so this was and I have, these should all be on my Instagram because these are all recent. But this is how I use this, and then I have some setup videos too. But I really like this, and I really liked having, I really like this because I could have my to-do list on the side and like all the information on here. Okay, and then I did have a summer class, and it looks like this is, I'm missing a page. And because it was my summer, and because it was summer, I was online. I went back to decorating, so you can definitely tell when I wasn't in class because I would decorate more during the weeks. Let's see, let's go in. But it looks like I don't have anything here, so I'm missing an academic planner too because this is 2020. Where did all these planners go? I know there was a lot that I need to organize. I organized my closet, so I don't know where these disappeared to. Oh, it could be the one that I spilled my drink on and I had to throw away. I don't know. But now we get into June 2020, and so we got, that's not right. I'm not in school. June 2020 hasn't happened yet. Oh, I moved in early to the new academic planner. This might make sense now, hold on. So this was for my summer classes. Yeah, okay, so now I see what's going on. So I started using this, and then the new one came out, and I started using the new one. So this was for June 2019, 2020. This makes a lot more sense now. And then we get into my last semester of grad school. There we go. That makes sense. And this is 2019. This was just a nice little view. So I really liked having, and I have that video on YouTube somewhere in my channel, but it would be in one of the setup videos. But I loved having my academic planner uncoiled and in my binder. It really it really made a difference organization wise, and it was just easier, and that way I could take my binder with me and have everything that I need. But yeah, these were the academic planners that I still have. Sorry guys, I didn't know I lost so many planners. But I'm just gonna put these back in here. So now we're gonna get into 2018 and 2019, which was the Web and Wonder year. Okay, we have a lot in here because this is where I definitely bounced around. And this is also around the time that I became an affiliate with Erin Condren. And I believe I was sent, and I believe this is when I started doing collaborations too, I think. But we have the Web and Wonder Plan for It pouches, and then we have a mixture of planners, and I jumped all around. So let's just pull everything out. I do think I did a collaboration for a Deluxe Monthly maybe, because I do have a lot of those. But we have all of these, and so this is what I was saying where I like to keep the pattern for the year on the planners. So I have all of these Web and Wonder planner covers on here. So my main planner was initially going to be the hardcover, and I just loved this design. I still do. But I tore it off because I wanted to use interchangeable covers, and I just put it on this coil clip connector so I could archive it. But I do like having this on here. But I loved this design and how it looked, especially with the black coil and the black tabs. I just love this one. I'm gonna start in here because I think this is probably my hourly. Yes, we have my hourly. Oh, I found my academic pages. Here's the missing semester. That makes sense now. So I ripped this out. And so it was pretty much the same style. Oh, I had a little motivating halfway there sticker. I'm gonna put this in the academic box really quick, but we found the missing semester. Okay, and now let's start with my hourly. And so this was for 2018 through 2019. And so we have the Web and Wonder bookmark in here. And this was the neutral. And so on here I have my little code. And then we have my monthly pages. And then we jump into July. So here is my first spread. So I always like to do an EC only week in my planners. I love this one still. I really liked doing this. I think I'm gonna go back to doing like the washi up here. And this is why I also really liked having the new design from the kaleidoscope, was because I always use this at the bottom for information or what was going on at night. So it was just like the perfect layout. But we have all these. I think here's where I use my horizontal. Okay, so in January, it looks like I started back using the hourly. Nope. Okay. Have a couple more. Yeah, so let's go. This was ideas of how to use my planner. I don't know what this is. Goals. Blog posts. Degree planning. I kept my school contacts in here. And then we had movie. I used this one for movies. And so yeah, it looks like I really went more towards the horizontal, towards the later half of this planner, but I love some of these hourly ones. These are really pretty. So that was my horizontal, or that was my hourly, and then let's take a look at the horizontal. So this was neutral as well. I just really liked keeping everything simple. I mean, y'all still know I still do. And if I want a color, like I'll make the color on the page, but I did use both during some weeks. Oh. So these were where I used my hourly. So in September, it's all horizontal. This makes me really want to buy a horizontal right now, but I don't need it. I already have so many planners going on. But I just love these setups because they're decorative and they're pretty. I should not be looking at this. This is a horrible idea. I love this one. I do not need a horizontal right now, but I think I'm gonna order one now. I just love these. Oh, I love, this is my favorite kit. This came in a spring. This came in the fall. My favorite fall surprise box ever. I love this kit so much. I wish I could just like reuse it, or that they come out with this. And it also came with like the prettiest fall cover that everyone always asks about. Oh, I don't need a horizontal, but I'm really wanting one. Y'all, I really think I'm about to buy a horizontal. I just love all of these pages. I just don't have any justification because I'm like all plannered out. I don't know what else to use it for. But yeah, this was my horizontal, making me feel nostalgic and like I want another horizontal. We have these, and then we'll get into the my deluxe monthlies. And so I switched up how I use these a lot. So I did really wanted to focus on my blog, and so this one has my blog handle on this because this was the one that I used for blogging. And so I tried using this for blogging, and oh no, it didn't work. So I was trying to record stats, that didn't work. And then, so I liked having this to plan like blog posts and anything like monthly glance I think is always beneficial. But I had my Sunday blog post, so I had all the dates and then what the post should be. And then I also had like different items that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned I need to do for each one. And on here I had separate blog posts that weren't like my main blog posts that I would do. And then this was like kind of plans, goals, to-dos. Now it looks like I cut off the tabs. I just now noticed that. I think it's because I wanted to keep it more neutral. I don't know. It's strange. I wish I knew why I did that. But yeah, we started using this, and I think this is about the time where it started, like I just stopped doing that, and I started putting it in my planner because I want it all in one spot. Yeah, and so I stopped using this. This is all blank. So it worked, but it was just, I don't know, it was too, I think it was just like too much having all those planners, but I also think it's because I didn't like how I set things up. And so, because as we all know, I can use multiple planner system. It's just you have to find the right setup. So in here I just have different notes for different blog posts. But yeah, this was my blog planner and it did not work well. So I didn't like using this as my blog planner. I did at the time and I tried to use it, but it was, when I say I didn't like it, I just meant it didn't work out. And that's probably because I didn't like the structure and the function that I set up and I couldn't find anything that worked. This was my budget planner. So this is the same Deluxe Monthly, and this is where I marked like things that were irregular. But like when it came down to like the system, I switched it up because I would needed something different, because I liked having like, this is what's due, I need to pay it, I need the amount, I need it broken down. And so I came up with like this system. It looks like I didn't really use this. I don't know. So we had all the bills in here. I have my debt management tracker. And again, it was just something that I don't think was really working. I think it's because I had to set everything up. I think that's the main thing is, I don't know. Because I like how I have my like finance set up now, and I think it's because I don't have to set everything up, to be completely honest. I like having the structure, and I like that like I found like the inserts in my agenda that work for me. And as we see, I think starting here, yeah, I stopped using it, and that's just because I didn't have, like, it didn't work, and I think life got too busy, and I just didn't use it, and so I started putting like, going back into putting everything in my life planner, but it didn't work because it was too crowded and I didn't like it. It looks like I got another one and I started over. So I started using this for savings. And yeah, so this is when I try to do something different. So I had the full bill here. I had the amount I needed to pay, and then I had anything on auto deduct here. Don't ask me. I don't know what I was thinking. I have receipts in here. This was like, I tried to do it similar to the older like Deluxe Monthly style. So this was the productivity side, and so I wanted to keep all that in here, and then I just had the receipts in here because I figured that would work. And then I went back to what needs to be paid on which week. And I mean, as y'all see, like that's how I have my current system, just with the inserts, and it works for me. But yeah, we have all this in here. I had my little key because I have way too many colors going on. Yeah, we just have all this, and I ripped out the pages that I didn't need, it looks like, because there's like barely anything in here. Yeah, so that's how I use Deluxe Monthly for budgeting, and it did not work. What is going on? Yeah, and it did not, I don't know, it didn't work. And I think it's because I didn't like the setup that I had. That was all of my women wonders, and as y'all can see, this is where I really got into having multiple planners and trying to figure out my system. And I think this is really when I decided like what I really liked / needed and wanted. Back at the box. And this was all for the 1 year. So we have all these in here, and now we're gonna get into the most recent ones. And then I'm also gonna pull, and so these are all about to be archived too. And so because the new planner already came out and I moved in, I do have like some most recent, like from last month ones in here. Generally when the new one comes out is when I like move on. Like, you know, it's time for new. Make sure this is still recording here. Okay, so we have the binder. This is my horizontal, and so I have my bookmarks in here. Because again, I just like keeping all of these in here. What is this? Looks like this is some Deluxe Monthly pages for my budget planner. But this was 2019/2020. And so I have plenty of videos on this, but I'm still gonna briefly go over it. Let's see, we have my hourly planner. And so I went with the planner or the binder this year just because it was new and I wanted to try it out. And I loved it. I still do, like, as y'all know, I have the new binder, but I love the binder. I love the flexibility. I love that I can keep what I want in here. The binder is just like the perfect system for me. I'm sorry, I forgot I need to do a full flip through. So these are all jumbled up. Let's start. Let's see if there's anything in here. So we have one fall week. Oh, I really like this one. Okay, then we get into October. And so these are some of the most recent spreads. And so I really am gonna miss having the single hours. I've loved this. And I love that I could like use the sticker sheets and cover this up and then keep everything that I need. But I've loved the structure of the system in here. And, oh, I finally put photos in here. Yeah, I really loved the system and having this in here. And when I needed this down here, I could set this up, but I'm really gonna miss this layout. This is definitely my favorite hourly layout. Okay, my birthday week. I'm gonna get some Christmas weeks in. Looks like I threw some horizontal pages in here. I think this is where I just threw everything in that I could find. So we have hourly part 2. This is when I went to the colorful. So I wanted to try out the colorful. And so during the new year, I got the colorful. I have Playing With Me's on all of these, but this was up until May. And then I have all of the current weeks in my current planner. And then we have debt management that didn't work out. My favorite part of the whole planner, which is this hexagon page, and then some old ones. And so in my current, so in the new binder, right now I currently have, I can move April in here. So I have the rest of this planner in here. So once July starts, I'm gonna move these all into here. But yeah, this was my most recent planner. This is my horizontal. Nope, this is another hourly. Oh, I think I got the coil too. I got this one as a collaborate. No, this was a collaboration. This was a collaboration too. Did I not have a horizontal this year? I thought I did. No, it looks like I tried. I really don't remember. This was last year. Wow, my memory's bad. This was July. When did this start? Oh, this was the fall. Okay, so I started with the coil. I don't remember. So we just have a coil. We're just gonna go with it. But I have been using the binder and I do love the binder. And so I think I started with the coil and then really moved into the binder. Like, no, I'm missing my horizontal. I did have a horizontal. I had a horizontal binder. I don't know where those pages went. I think I'm missing a couple of boxes and I don't know where they are. They might be in the garage, but I had my horizontal pages were in the binder. And so I used my horizontal binder and then I used my hourly on the coil because I didn't know if I would like this is when I discovered Planner Kate. But I didn't know, and I made my own stickers. But as I was saying, I didn't know if I was gonna like the binder, and so I didn't want to risk it with my main planner. But once I started using the binder for my horizontal, that's when I realized, okay, I'll move in. And then after, I think in the New Year's, when I moved into, I got another hourly binder, and that's when I got the hourly, that's when I got another planner, and it was the hourly binder. This is when I started making my own stickers, and I got my Cricut. I have all of my Planner Kate stickers in here. Yeah, and so this is when I moved into the binder for hourly. So October is when I got the hourly inserts, or my hourly life planner, and then that's when I started using the hourly binder. I really wish I knew where my horizontal pages went, but that explains why I saw those random horizontal pages. I think I took them out and probably lost them somewhere. Okay, and so we have all those, and then what is this? Oh, this is Deluxe Monthly Pages. And that's because, so this was part of my Deluxe Monthly from this year. So this is currently on my shelf because I'm still using it, but once the new Deluxe Monthly comes out this summer, then I'll archive this. But I've tried using the Deluxe Monthly for blogging and for budgeting, and it didn't work. And so I tried it one last time for budgeting, and so that was the July through December. And I mean, it looked good. I really tried, like I really thought it was gonna work. It just didn't. I had my savings in here, which I really liked. But I took all the pages out and just put them on this clip because, as y'all can see, like more towards the end, it was just a system that wasn't working. And so I still wanted to use the Deluxe Monthly because it's still a good planner. And so I started using it for as a pet planner. And so this has all of the information from Mira in here. And so when the new Deluxe Monthly Planner comes out, I'm going to do a review on it, and I will share that with y'all. And then I'll also share how I've set up this planner, but I'll go over it briefly in here. But I just started using this for Mira, and I still wanted to use it. And Mira has had to go, and Mira's my black lab if you're new to my channel. And so Mira's had to go to the vet numerous times. She gets sick, I don't want to say easily, but she is more prone to being sick or something like going on. Like I feel like there's something going on, and so I want to track that so it's easier when we go to the vet to diagnose what's going on. So I just keep track of everything for her in here. And so we have vet appointments, when she needs vaccines, when she goes to the groomers, and then when I need to pick up her heartworm prevention in here. And then I have this little like kind of like similar to how the Daily Duo has, but since I took out the first 6 months in here, I have this last 6 months, and it's just like little milestones of Mira from this year. And then I just have things, like it's just really brief, but it's just things I need to do and remember. So giving her heartworm prevention, scheduling her vet appointments. Like she'll need one in July, so I have that in here. So I have her vet appointments in here. Reminders, and this is just something that I reference once a month and put in my planner, but it's just so I have everything for her in here. So when we do need to go to the vet and something's wrong, I've been tracking things and have all the different notes in here. We also keep information for like when she stays like at my boyfriend's parents, so if we're gone somewhere, so they have like all this information just in case of an emergency. But I also track like when she was at my boyfriend's parents when we were traveling. Because if she starts like acting different if she starts acting different maybe during this week, it's probably because we traveled and that can stress her out. Not having us or seeing either of us. So I mark different things like that in here. And then I kind of just redid the pages. So we went to the vet, so I just have a list of things that I wanted for the vet. This was just a list, and like I just switched these pages up. So this was a list of things I needed to bring when Mira was staying with my boyfriend's parents. I don't have anything else in here. I mainly just use the monthly pages. So things I need to do for the month, her heartworm prevention, groomer appointment. I didn't use these pages. I just use this as needed. And so groomer appointment. But in the new one, I do plan on tracking more things and using this more. But I also been keeping just like, I started to use this for pricing last month, just so I have everything in here. Then we have this month, so alcohol, it's the same things, groomer appointment. I was gonna do like a scrapbooking type thing, and that's how I think I'm gonna use it in the new one. I don't know the new style of the new one, but I probably want to do like a daily log so I can track if anything's going on with her that's irregular. And then have like 2 pages if they still have the note pages for like different photos and different things. And I need to get a photo printer, but that's how I plan on using it going forward. For now though, this works because I just wanted to use it for something, and I really like using it as like my pet planner. It's not June yet. If y'all have been following me for a while, I did have a pet notebook, and that's kind of where the idea comes from this. So I took an Erin Condren notebook and I turned it into a pet planner for the most part, and I kept all the information in there. But as you can see, I just have basic information here. vaccine guide. So when like I said, once I start the new one, I didn't want to put too much effort in here since I knew I was getting a new one. I'll have like all of her vaccines in here and reported. But I have her food information here, treats here. This is just vet information. And yeah, I just keep things simple in here. I do have receipts in here, and then I file them away. So when I do take this to the vet, I can keep that in here and not lose them. But that's how I'm using this. And I'll have a better, like I do have more plans on how I'm going to use this with when the new one comes out, I think next month in June. Yeah, next month. And I'll have a better setup and show y'all a better way of using it because I do have better plans for this. But just for now, I'm just using this just for the information, but I'm going to use it more in depth once the new one comes out. But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything. And that is all of my planners. I know this video is probably a really long video and it's going to be a lot to edit, but that's how I store all my planners. That's a flip through of all of my past planners. I need to keep this out. Once the new one comes in, this one will go into the box and I'll archive it. But yeah, I like archiving these and having these to look back on. I don't know if people throw their planners away. I like keeping them so I can look back at them. But yeah, other than that, that is gonna be it for this video. That's everything in here. This year I'm using, while I'm on the top of the planners, the neutral hourly, but now I think I'm gonna buy the horizontal, I don't know. But I like having my neutral hourly, and I love this new champagne binder. But yeah, other than that, that is all of my past Erin Condren planners, a flip through of everything, how I've used them, how my planner style has definitely changed, and just different things like that. Other than that, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.